All right, welcome everyone. I see the list of participants getting loaded, the numbers going up. Welcome everyone. I have a really packed 30-minute agenda ahead of us. So for the sake of time, I'm just going to start right away. And if you're late, don't worry, this recording will be distributed to everyone to sign up. And in addition, it will be posted in our YouTube channel. Okay, let's get started because I have a very packed agenda. My name is Cesar Escalante. I am a registered architect based in San Francisco, although this week I'm working in Oslo, so it's 5:30 p.m. here. I am a professional with 20 years of experience, and I have worked in a variety of different roles as a designer, as a practitioner, as a technology manager, and as academic. Here at Autodesk, I serve as technical marketing manager for the architectural portfolio products, and I act as a spokesman of innovation. And couple of things before we get started. I'm not alone here today. I have our fantastic Robin Frankie supporting the Q&A, and she will be ready to answer your questions using the Q&A panel. If you have additional follow-up questions after the webinar, feel free to visit our forum. You can find the direct link on the screen using the QR code to follow up and connect with other users and with extended Autodesk product managers. And another quick note, this webinar is being recorded. We will send you a copy of the recording via email when this is finished, and it will be also available in social media. And of course, feel free to share this recording with your friends and colleagues. So without further ado, let me kick things off by sharing what we're going to do today. We are going to discuss what is Forma, what is Forma Vision, why does Forma exist, what is this problem we're trying to solve, and what can Forma do for you. I'm going to do a 15-minute demonstration of the basic Forma capabilities, but I need to be clear that this just scratched the surface of all the features and capabilities that Forma is able to deliver now. Just give you a quick introduction on how you get started with Forma. And stay tuned because the final 5 minutes, I'm going to explain how you can get access to Forma. All right.
Imagine having the information, tools, and context you need to make the right decisions in the planning phase. Welcome to Autodesk Forma. Autodesk Forma is a cloud software that offers powerful yet easy-to-use tools for architects and designers working in pre-design and schematic design. With Forma running in your browser, you can quickly set up a geolocated site and access real-world contextual data, enabling you and your team to model informed 3D designs in minutes. Create and explore a multitude of concepts by using intuitive drawing tools. Make adjustments, add floor plans, and get instant area metrics. With Forma, you can compare your design's sustainability and living qualities with ease. Get AI-powered estimates on the embodied carbon of your proposal, or assess outdoor conditions with a range of real-time environmental impact analyses, including daylight, wind, noise, and more. Record your findings, create presentations, and collaborate with your team and stakeholders, all within Forma. Or take your planning even further by using Forma's growing library of extensions. Integrate Forma into your existing workflows with connections to Revit, Rhino, or Dynamo. Generate AI-powered visualizations. Explore your project with augmented reality, and much more. Forma does all of this to help you make the right decisions from day one. Successful projects start with Autodesk Forma. Get started today at autodesk.com/Forma.
All right, that little commercial will give you a very high level outlook of what Forma is. And now that you've seen, a little bit of what Forma is, let's look at why it was developed and where are we heading with Forma. So Forma, it's a set of digital tools that support early planning stages in the projects. But looking ahead, Forma is being developed to serve as a unified cloud platform to support the design and operations of the AEC industry. The goal ultimately is to develop software, workflows, and connect teams across the AECO sector and enable them with BIM processes that are connected using the cloud. But in this session, I'm going to concentrate on the features and capabilities that are available in our Forma product today. So at the beginning of any project, especially during the pre-design phase, architects face a wide range of different options. There's decisions that need to be made very quickly with very limited information. These early choices influence the project design, the direction in the construction, and the long-term operation, even operation cost. So Forma is designed to support early stage design. So while the primary focus is planning and analysis before detailed design, many users also use Forma to bring advanced models and analyze to support design decisions during design development. In these early stages, designers deal with a wide range of different requirements and limitations. These factors are critical in shaping a project, and as professionals, we must account for the client goals, the zoning regulations, the environmental influences, the environmental constraints, budget allocations, design standards, among different others. And with all this limited time we have in our hands, relying on guesswork is not practical. So this is where Forma comes in. On top of these limitations, the stakes of these early decisions are really high. And more often than not, they don't give us enough time to investigate properly. There's according to Skanka, 50% of residential projects can be realized in the early stage design phase. I mean, all major decisions. And the key decisions made at this point, like massing and layout, can have impactful consequences in the life cycle of a project. So here's where Forma can help. Forma is a cloud-based platform designed to support you and your work during the early stage of design and enable you to make informed decisions, providing you data, analysis tools, and help you identify potential issues and address them before they become costly or very difficult to resolve. So we move your decision earlier by providing you with a fast setup process of your geolocator project, ordering easy contextual data. Then we provide you with a purpose-built tools to create early stage buildings. With a context in your proposal ready, you can analyze its performance with critical early stage analysis. There's no need to be an expert in other tools in order to arrive to inform design. And lastly, Forma can also slide into your workflow with connections with Revit, Rhino, and Dynamo. And if you're really good at scripting or coding, you can even extend your capabilities by building your own applications using our extended and open API. So in a nutshell, Forma offers a powerful cloud-based AI-powered tools to support pre-design and schematic design. And it's run all in Chrome. There's no need to download anything. The application always display the latest and greatest capabilities, and you have access to these new features at any point. All right, let's jump into the live demo or this demonstration. I'm going to walk very quickly through the workflow of putting together a project, developing a proposal, connecting them with Rhino. If you're a person that uses Rhino, this might be something that interests you, how to connect a proposal, develop another tool like Rhino, running an analysis, comparing the results, and collaborating with others. You're going to see how easy it is to set up a project from zero to a collection of design options that are informed by metrics and analysis in less than 15 minutes. And by the way, although this demo has been recorded, it hasn't been sped up so that you understand, have a good sense of what it takes to build this from scratch. All right, you start this journey in Forma by creating a new site. Simply type your project address, and Forma automatically loads the location. Forma has a global coverage, so you can access data from anywhere in the world. You can zoom in and out or pan out to define your project boundaries. You can adjust the site boundaries to fit your project needs. And then immediately after this, Forma presents you with a wide variety of contextual data available to the project address. This contextual data includes topography, existing buildings, parcel boundaries, roads, satellite imagery, trees. So you're actually working with real-world information from the start on. So depending on your region, you can access additional data sources. Contextual data is automatically brought into the default proposal. Now, this is all the data being loaded into the base proposal. Forma organized the contextual data into layers. All this data is placed under a group of base layers. You can see them here, which serve as a visual reference across all the different design proposals. Now, the next step is to create a site limit, which defines the area in which we can develop a proposal. I created this site limits by merging multiple parcel boundaries. And then I moved this site limit into the base layer so it's accessible and visible across all the design proposals. All right. Once the site is established and visible in the project, then we can create our first conceptual design. And we do this by adding a new proposal. So my first proposal here consists in a massing study created in Rhino. So one of Forma key strength is this extensive marketplace of extensions offered through the Autodesk App Store. In this example, I'm adding the Rhino extension, which allows me to transfer conceptual design created in Rhino into Forma. This is Rhino, and once the extension is installed, it will be available to you when you type the command Forma. The Rhino extension enables two-way synchronization of geometry between Rhino and Forma. To connect the tools, you simply copy the Forma URL project and paste it into the Forma plugin within Rhino. This will allow us to load all the contextual geometry from Forma as a live link in Rhino, with the option of baking it if you want to make it a Rhino mesh geometry. While this is processing, I have to mention that we also offer a Revit plugin to transfer data between Forma and Revit, but because time limitations, I won't be able to demonstrate it. Here is the contextual data in Rhino as a reference data. Because Rhino and Forma use different coordinate systems, you notice that they are misaligned, but this requires moving and rotating the link Forma context to match the Rhino site boundaries. In this example, we are using the Rhino site boundary as a reference to align the contextual Forma. Once they are aligned, then we can send the geometry back to Forma and select the appropriate layers in Rhino and a specific type of Forma geometry they will become. It takes a matter of seconds to complete the transfer operations. The more geometry you have, the longer it's going to take to process. But back into Forma, all you need to do is to refresh the browser, and the Rhino geometry will appear in Forma. So the power of this workflow is it enables you to combine Rhino advanced modeling capabilities with Forma powerful analytical tools. All right, to keep your data organized, it's very important to clean the geometry a little bit. So in the next couple of minutes, I'm going to ensure that all the elements that needs to be represented in the base layers are in the correct. We're going to remove redundant geometry. We're going to delete a geometry tag for demolition. We need to understand that the base layer hold the shared context, existing buildings, and anything the different proposal need to represent the existing conditions. And then the proposal will hold the actual design. Here I am deleting and reassigning contextual geometry and assigning it to the appropriate base layer. This is making sure that the proposal drafted in Rhino is isolated and it's placed in the appropriate proposal. At the end of this process, this cleanup, I will have a clean contextual data and imported Rhino proposals in the appropriate design options. Here you go. So this is the isolated proposal in Rhino, making sure that it's in the appropriate layer, and that's how we transfer a proposal from Rhino into Forma. Now, Forma also offer a lot of tools to develop new massing studies within the site. One of those methods is the line building tool. The line building tool is a rapid massing representation of what a building is. It's very simple, it's rectangular, but it has parametric inputs like building width, building height, floor height, number of floors, and you can use these parameters to change the desired outcome. You also create this building using grips. So you can click on these grips to modify and change the building size. You can extend it, you can move it, you can resize it using these grips. So it's super easy, super simple to do. And it will give you some sense of metrics and area goals, area capacities. Another method of building geometry is using this tool called basic buildings. So the basic buildings allow you to create a building by defining the footprint and extrude it. This method is a little more flexible. You can create more massing envelope types, and then you can also play with the different parameters to achieve different programmatic goals. Now there's a more advanced flexible modeling option, and this is called the 3D sketch. Line buildings and base buildings can be converted into 3D sketch. So 3D sketch is a modeling space that offer a more complete set of solid modeling tools and Boolean operations for more detailed edits. You can use intuitive push and pull operations and line-based splits to refine your design. Here I am converting a line building into a 3D sketch, and then I apply these line splits on the surface and push and pull to represent roof ridges. I'm also using a push and pull extrusion to create Boolean cuts and to make a more intersted geometry and more intersted facade arrangements. I can continue making these 3D sketch refinements for the remaining of the buildings. One thing you need to know that once you convert a building into a 3D sketch, you cannot return it to the original baseline shape. But the power of 3D sketch is that you can very quickly use intuitive tools to create, modify, and refine buildings at a greater level of granular detail, and enable you to create fast design exploration, very precise adjustment snaps, and you don't need to switch to a different design tool in order to create relatively good massing representations. Notice that also in the background, I've been running different analysis so that they are processed in time for the analysis section of this presentation. In this case, I'm running the sun study analysis. Also, as you work, you can save camera viewpoints. You can easily return to them across different proposals. You can rename your favorite perspective views and use them by site comparisons. You can also export saved camera views as high resolution images and move them into other presentation tools like PowerPoint or InDesign. Now, collaboration is at the heart of Forma. You can invite teams directly by individually adding an email, inviting them via email, or pasting a list of emails from Excel or Outlook. You can write a personalized message in the description box. You can assign a person with a specific role in the collaboration. They can be view only, they can be editors, they can be managers, and then send the invite via link or via email. All right, let's go to another core ability, and this is the ability to compare results. Comparing proposal is as simple as selecting 2 or more analytical views under the Compare tool. Forma opens synchronized viewports, letting you observe the analysis results side by side. It's very easy to drag and drop analytical results into the viewports. You can switch camera positions. You can run comparative analysis across different proposals and see the trade-off across different analysis results, like sunlight exposure. You can also filter the results by dragging a slider over the color field legend to focus on a specific metric range. This lets you visualize areas in the model with limited sunlight. You can also inspect specific data points. You can also rerun the analysis if you need to by adjusting the date and time parameters. The comparative tool allows you to have up to 4 panels for deeper analysis and comparative descriptions. And this flexibility supports very rigorous data-driven decision-making inputs at early stage design. All right, let's look at the collaborative part of Forma, and this is using a capability called Board. Board brings the benefits of whiteboarding into the design workflow. Think of it as Mural or Miro app, but it's fully integrated with the project data. Board lets you create presentations using frames of different proportions that can be consistently printed and exported. You can drag and drop static snapshots or live views into your proposals. You can display key statistics, display the highlight panel for each of the proposals. You can display metrics associated with analytical results that are tailored to a specific audience. You can see the alignment tools intuitively working as you move views in the different frames. You can adjust the frame sizes, viewport sizes, apply different camera angles to multiple views at the same time. And the last set of improvements in the spring. We even allow to push Revit sheets directly from Autodesk Docs. You see the little icon of Docs on the left side. And then on the collaborative side of board, you can use this for design review purposes. You can tag team members for additional feedback. You can track the comments generated by the team, keep the discussion organized in the comments panel, all within the same board environment. And then finally, you can use the different frames as presentation slides. You can rename them and arrange them to tell a story about the project. And you can click on your different slides to present a proposal and analysis and use it as a collaborative presentation tool, all in one place. All right, this concludes my 15-minute demo. This is just scratching the surface of all the capabilities that Forma offers to a designer like yourself. But with Forma, you are equipped to create, analyze, compare, and collaborate early stage design planning, expediting the way you deliver your projects. So let me show you now how to access Forma. If you have the AEC Collection license, you already have Forma at no additional cost. It's already included in your software package. Simply head into the user management system and enable Forma right away. If you don't have a license yet, but you want to try Forma for yourself, you can grab a 30-day trial directly from our product page. If you have tried Forma and you want to get a license, you can easily get a full license from the same product page. Just click on the pricing and you have a standalone option available to you. And if you're a student or an educator, this is a great news for you. You can get Forma for free at no extra cost. Just head over to our Autodesk Education page, that is autodesk.com/education, and choose Forma as your educational product. There's a short confirmation process that you go through, and once you have gone through that, you have a yearly license available. All right, that was a fast-paced session. If you have more questions, please reach out in the forum. I want to use the last minute of the presentation to run a very quick poll. Thanks everyone for your attention. Amira, feel free to launch the last minute poll. And with that said, thanks to Robin on responding all the questions in the background. And again, a reminder that this presentation will be available on the internet in our YouTube channel, and a recording will be distributed via email. Okay, thank you everyone. Here's a QR code if you want to follow me on LinkedIn and my Instagram and email tag. Thanks everyone for your attention. We are finished right on time. And if you want to know more about Forma, please connect with us in the forum, follow us on LinkedIn to stay tuned with the latest set of tools and capabilities to support your work. Thanks everyone, and have a great rest of the day.